welcome back to the Smith Family Ranch. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about our rotational grazing.
Yep, we're doing a collaboration with Fuller Life Texas and Freedom Food Farms on rotational grazing. We all do it just a little bit different, but we all kind of do it the same as far as rotational grazing. The main thing is that we're hoping to get from this particular collaboration is that depending on your farm and the amount of animals and type of animals even, there's really no wrong way to rotational graze. There's no like definite way. Sure, there's probably more better ways. Like Freedom Food Farm, I know he rotates daily. That is honestly probably the best way. But if you can't make it work for your farm, don't think that you can't rotational graze at all. Last year when we rotationally grazed, we did it every week. We had weekly paddocks that we rotationally grazed them in back here in this pasture here where we're at. That worked great for last year because we had really one herd. This time we have 3 herds. We have our bachelor pad herd, which there are steers in our future herd bowl, and then we have our milking, which is also going to be our herd for weaning calves. So they're going to always be in with the jerseys. So we have 3 herds and limited property with these 3 herds. We have 22.5 acres, and that's it. And so we got to deal with what we got. And so this year we made the decision kind of early on, and really the decision was actually made for us. Really, it wasn't something that we kind of plotted out. It just kind of happened. So we this year have been rotationally grazing just once a month. We give the main herd the majority of the chunk because of there's more of them in size. We give the bachelors a good chunk, and then we give our jerseys and weaning heifers a good chunk. So like we bought Cayenne a couple weeks ago, which y'all saw that video. We'll put that up as well. And so she's been in with our jerseys because she's too young to breed for now. And so we don't want her in with the bachelor pad because Ferdinand's there. We don't want her in with the main herd because All Boy's there.
Yep.
So it really left us just putting her with Hazel and Lucy.
And I like it that way too, because she gets our interaction every single day, twice a day, because we have to milk Hazel twice a day. So she sees that me or the boys are coming in and getting Hazel, and she used to stay way back here, but lately she has been more comfortable and is actually right up at the gate. She's not like right next to Hazel and Lucy, but she is like less than 10 feet away from them, which is good because she's getting used to us. Yeah.
And so we're going to show you guys what we have found this year in doing rotational grazing just once a month. It's probably not as good as like once a day or even once a week, but it's working. It's not something that has hindered us from doing everything. I think the most important thing with any rotational graze, whether you're doing a mob graze once a day or you're doing once a week, is I think coming to learn this year is that as long as you give the land 30 days to rest from any type of grazing system you do, so whether it be once a week, once a day, once a month, once every other week, however you get to set it up, as long as when you leave that paddock, as long as that paddock can get 30 days rest, what I'm finding is that 30 days is really the most crucial thing. And so that's where we're going to take you guys along and kind of show you what we mean on giving this 30 days rest. We'll show you where we're at now. We've gotten some good rainstorms with the hurricane that came through. We had a really good rainstorm last night. We're due some rain this time. So this is our 3rd summer on our property, and it's been the wettest.
Yes.
So
every year has been different.
Yeah, every year has.
Last year, we were so dry that we started feeding hay in mid-September.
Yeah. So it's like just really 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so
we're 2 weeks away from mid-September.
Yeah. Which we're not going to this year.
No.
They've got plenty of grass now on the other side of the property because they haven't been there at all in August.
Yep. Actually, we took them off of there like July 25th or 6th, something like that. So it is now the 30th. So it's been over 30 days.
Yeah. So we've gotten plenty of rain over there. So why we're moving now instead of waiting even a little bit longer is because I want them off the land because we're supposed to get some rain this week. So I'd like the land to already be resting by the time we get this rain in. So my goal is that we'll put them 30 days on the other side of the land, and then we'll bring them back in October. And then my hope is that we can move them back in October over there onto the other side and start another cycle. And then hopefully, maybe, possibly come back. That just limits the hay costs that we got to spend. So we haven't bought hay this year. Last year we already had hay secured, bought, and on land.
Mm-hmm.
This year I'm getting bugged to buy hay, but I'm kind of holding off a little bit. I'm playing a gamble with hay. So our hay cost, our first summer hay was $80 for a 4x4 or 4x5 round bale. Last year they were $65 round bale.
Mm-hmm.
This year they're about, because of how wet it's been, they've been able to get multiple cuts, so it's driving that price down. So a lot of people are out there with competition, which is good.
I've seen some for $35.
Yeah, $35 to $40 for strictly. It's been weird this year because I can't find just like straight Bahia, which is what I prefer because that's our native grass. Mm-hmm. Everywhere I'm finding is coastal Bermuda with Bahia. So we might just have to settle with that because I like the seeds to help us continue to rejuvenate a lot of our pasture, which we'll take you out back and see. We're gambling on the hay because I'm hoping maybe it'll come down a little bit more. And we're trying to see what our land's going to do, really, and seeing how much we have. And so we've sold some cows. We just sold a steer. We sold a cow-calf pair too, number 3, and her calf we've sold.
Black ones.
She's leaving Thursday with her calf, and then so that's like 4 cows we're getting rid of. The problem that we have is that we have 3 other steers, and we haven't had any steers get born this year. We've had 1 bull calf, but he's red, so we're gonna play him by ear and see how he turns out at 6 months, if we need to steer him or not. But everything else has been heifers this year, which is nice for resale, but for our beef and our family, doesn't leave us with much. So we're trying to see what our final cow count is going to be by the time we need hay. And I've got to quit buying cows.
Yes.
I'm telling you guys, once you get started in on cows, they're addicting.
Yes.
Go over to Fuller Life, Texas, and ask Tanner over there if buying cows is addicting. So we'll take you guys around real quick. The boys are over on the other side setting up the different paddocks. We'll go over those paddocks with you and how we move our cows. But the main gist on this video is really the rotational graze. We'll show you kind of where we started, where it is now. I'm trying to aim for November being our last actual rotational graze, and then we don't start feeding hay until December. That's what I'm trying to get to.
That is our hope.
Yeah. So that would just really leave December, January, February, March, only 4 months of hay. Because then usually April 1st, or right around the April 1st mark, we can usually move them back and start rotationally grazing again.
Yeah. That would be nice so we don't have to buy as much hay.
Yeah. So we may only need less than 30 bales of hay, which last year I think we went through 50 something.
Yes.
Come along with us as we take you guys to show you what they've done. This pasture that we're in now is where they've been for 30 days. And then we'll take you across the way and show you what 30 days rest looks like. Even not necessarily mob grazing, but just rotating them around. We'll show you exactly what that looks like too. so you guys can kind of get a feel that this doesn't have to be a daunting task of a Greg Judy, of moving daily. I think sometimes we watch some people on YouTube, Justin Rhodes, Greg Judy, and we start to see like how they do things, and that's the only way to do things. But at the end of the day, you got to work with what your property offers and
your climate too, like
everything. And you guys. So like a lot of the reasons why we went once a month too is it wasn't just because of our different herds, but we're busy with our kids. We summer activities that were supposed to be in the spring, but obviously due to something called virus or something that was going on, interrupted some spring sports, so then that went into the summer.
And we both have jobs.
Yeah, we both work, and we're busy with kids' activities and everything like that. So we did what we felt was best for us here, and I don't think that it's really set us back, and I don't think it's actually hurt us at all.
I don't think so.
So you guys be the judge of that, and tell us below in the comments what you guys think on what you guys see. Again, this is just once a month grazing is all we've done. And then we move them back over once a month, and then we bring them back. So come along. We'll show you guys what we've done this summer, and you guys can be the judge and see what works for you guys, hopefully. Okay, so again, they've been here for 30 days, and if you look, there's still plenty of grass. I mean, this is probably a good foot and a half. And this goes pretty much all the way there. Obviously, we've got some weeds still over there that they didn't get to trample on. They're still going to be here. But what we're going to do is we're going to come back here and mow sometime next week, hopefully. And just mow the weeds down. We don't get down this low. We leave about 6 inches to a foot for regrowth, and then in 30 days this will be all green. You see how kind of it's green, but you'll see that it's kind of brown too. That's from them trampling, walking all over, obviously peeing and pooping. And then when we go over to the other side, we'll show you how green it is. Okay, so just to be completely transparent and honest, this is one of the downfalls of rotationally grazing just once a month. They get picky on their grass. So this is good Bermuda. It's coming in. Over here's Bahia. But they get picky. So they ate this down low, which is another reason why I don't want to wait any longer. But they ate this down too low for anything else to come up, but they ignored Bahia because they prefer the Bermuda. So that is one downfall, and one thing that you should expect on once a month is that the cows will get picky because they've got a lot bigger space than normal to eat from. So just a little heads up, it's nothing bad. This will still recover because even though they ate it down, they haven't been stomping here 100% of the time like they would if you had them in on tight quarters. So this is just one example. Of course, it goes throughout there. You'll see where they really enjoyed the grass, and then the grass that they didn't enjoy that they're probably starting to munch on now, but too late because we're moving them. All right, so this is one of the bachelor pads, but we usually bring all the cows through here and then up this hill and over here. So this land has been rested for 30 days, and one thing you'll see is that these are seeds in here. All of these are seeds. So what will happen is the cows will eat this. They'll digest it. The seeds will go into their poop, and then they'll replant for us. So this is the advantage of allowing the land to rest for 30 days, is because the grass will come up and the seeds will come up with it for the cows to eat, and you'll get to replant grass where it normally can't, or it'll help thicken it up and drown out the weeds. So this is just a partial of it, nowhere close to what they fully have, but we'll show you guys what the main herd will have, and you'll see the difference between the dry, stepped on, to being fresh. All right, so this pasture, paddock, whatever you want to call it, nothing has been out here for 30 days. Well, a little more than 30 days, but
Except for deer.
yeah.
That doesn't count.
So you can see just how green it is. It's a lot more green, a lot more lush. We do got Bahia seed heads coming in. So they will have this for 30 days out here. There's plenty more on this side that you can't see. We got the woods, trees, plenty of shade. So this is where they'll be for 30 days as of today. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed learning about some of this stuff, or if you have any ideas or questions, let us know. We're pretty open. I mean, we're not
hiding anything.
Nope. We tell y'all if and when we put chemicals down. We tell y'all why. Next year, this will be the pasture that gets the most attention. We're gonna put a lot of lime down here. It needs it. And hopefully cure some of these huge limestones that we have. They're just all over this hill that you guys have seen us we used hay bales to get the soil nice and, what do they call that? To get the soil back again, really.
Rejuvenate?
And so, yeah, rejuvenated. So it's worked. So now we just got to get some lime, and we'll probably end up putting some weed killer down.
It did a wonder.
It did.
On the back pasture.
And this is what I'm saying. I mean, as far as, and just in general, is you got to do what you feel is best for your land. We felt this year putting weed killer and some fertilizer out that was best for us, and it was. Turned out to be a really good thing.
It did.
We still have weeds back there, of course, as you saw, because the truck can't get everywhere.
Way less, though. Way less.
It's less than this.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you've learned that, if you can't rotationally graze, or it's too daunting of a task due to personal life outside of farming with kids and jobs and everything like that, or even once a week is too daunting, for whatever reason too. I mean, everybody's got their reasons for doing things and not doing things. So if it gets to that point, hopefully once a month you can see that there's still a lot of benefits to it. There is some setbacks that they'll get picky because they got a lot more to eat. But at the end of the day, it's working for us, so it can work for you if need be. Again, I do personally believe that once a day is probably the best thing if you can do it. If not, Tanner will show you what once a week is like, and you saw from us what once a month is. I think giving that land that 30 days break is really the most important and vital thing that you can do for your land when you have animals like this. So
yeah.
All right, time to get some cows moved, and we appreciate you guys, and thanks for liking, subscribing, and give us a comment. Tell us what you guys think, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. cow.